We hire a ton of brand new agents, and we also see a lot of experienced agents. So, I've been in this industry a long time and trained and coached a lot of successful agents. And I've also coached some ones that didn't have what it takes to be successful in real estate. And based on all that knowledge and based on all that experience, I want to share with you some things that the ones that succeed absolutely do, all of them do, and some that fail out, those that fail out, what they do, to tell you what you shouldn't do in real estate if you want to be successful that first year. So I want to tell you a story. I've got an agent that came to work with us recently, and he held his license somewhere else the first year. He came to us about a year into real estate, and he focused on what I would consider the wrong things. Now, these aren't the wrong things from a common sense perspective. Common sense means, when I was a new agent, I followed the same exact path as he did. Common sense said, these are what the things you should focus on, and that's what he did. He focused on those things, right? And those things, believe it or not, were a lot of training, a lot of learning how to do the job, a lot of understanding the MLS, a lot of understanding how to write contracts and all the forms and things like that. And those things are important. We absolutely have to know how to do those things. And yet, I believe as a brand new agent, those things are useless. Why? Well, if you don't have any clients, you can't use them, right? Now, I don't know about you, but as an adult, I learn much, much better hands-on than I do in a classroom setting, right? And so what we've learned is we've changed the way we coach and train and build our systems in a way that it gives our agents the ability to learn hands-on rather than in a classroom setting. Now, our agents feel like they're failing faster, failing more than other agents, and that's because they are. They're getting more at-bats, they're getting more repetitions, right? Adults learn better hands-on, going through the process. So how do we do that? How do we not focus on the training like we should be focusing on, right? Common sense says we should learn how to do our job before we start doing it. And yet, that's going to lead to failure in real estate. So how do we not focus on that and instead focus on what we should be focusing on, which is meeting new folks, gaining clients, network as much as possible, meeting as many folks as we can, adding them to our system, and staying in and building relationships with all these folks. I get a lot of new agents that come to us and they're scared to death of meeting new folks. First, they think, hey, I want to learn how to do the job, so that way when I chat with somebody new, I can actually deliver a good service, right? And that's a very well thought out, really strong argument. And so what we've had to do, because that's just not successful, it takes so long to learn, and we don't learn it well enough in a classroom. We have to go through it to learn it, have to be hands-on to learn it. And so what we've done differently, what I recommend you do differently, is focus on finding new clients and learn as you go. Now, we built our process, our training process here in a way that protects the agent, make sure they always are delivering that high level of service. So we have milestones and checkpoints and things as our agents are going through their process that they can't do anything they don't know how to do yet, right? So especially the first 4, 5, 6, 10 deals, our agents during the day are focusing on finding clients. When they find one, we're learning that next step as we go, right? And so we're still able to deliver that high level of service to our clients, and yet the agent also starts to gain that experience. So at least what I've watched and what I believe that in real estate, it's not how many years you've been in real estate that tells you how much experience you have. It's the number of transactions. So if we can go get an agent, have 5, 20, 30, 40 transactions their first year, after a year or two, they're going to be so much better than 90% of the realtors out there. Remember, last year, 70% of realtors didn't sell a single transaction. And how good do you think those folks are? If you don't have any repetition on your job, how good can you be at your job? So we have to go get repetitions. We have to go get reps and do it over and over and over again, guys. And that starts with finding new clients, networking, building relationships, right? The knowledge will come through repetitions. And again, that's why we built the system in a way that protects the agent so they cannot fail as they go through due to product knowledge or understanding how to do their job, right? Because remember, the most important part of our job is finding more clients, which is just crazy to me. I think if I could change a perfect world, or if I could make it a perfect world, more homeowners, buyers and sellers would interview their agents. How many transactions did you do? Are you good at your job? That sort of thing. But they don't. They go to the path of least resistance. They take the easiest one they can find. And so that's what we coach your agents to do, is just talk to as many folks as you can, get a lot of reps talking to folks, network, meet as many folks as you can, go on as many showings as you can, go on as many listing appointments as you can, and we'll teach you how to do it as we go, right?